Hello, we are so glad that you're interested in the Jenkins MBA program and are taking a little bit more time to learn more about it. Please feel free to use the table of contents to find the information that you need through the presentation, or feel free to watch it in its entirety to learn a little bit about each of our programs, the application process, and helpful tips and tricks. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of us. You can find contact information at the end of the presentation. We hope to speak with you soon. And once again, thank you so much for taking the time to learn a little bit more about the Jenkins MBA program.
Hi everyone, I'm Jen Arthur, the Director of Admissions for NC State's Jenkins MBA program. And today I'm going to share a little bit with you about the program and what makes us unique, as well as information about the application process. Let's start with the big question, why an MBA? There are lots of answers that you could fill in here, but these are a few of the more popular. One is personal growth and development. When you come into an MBA program, you really have an opportunity to learn and grow in ways that you may not have experienced before, especially in undergrad. It's going to be much more rigorous. You're going to be forced to think and maybe even debate with your classmates. But most importantly, you're really going to be challenging yourself and getting a strong foundation of business. Next is your network potential. When you come into the MBA classroom, that is your network. These are the people that hopefully you're going to make lifelong connections with. So when in the future you have an opportunity and you are seeking new talent, you can go to this network. Or when you're ready to make a career switch and you could use some support, you can go to this network. We also see a lot of people coming in because they're looking to increase their earning potential, which is very common in MBA programs. And I'll talk a little bit more about what that might look like for you later on in the presentation when I give some numbers. Now, why specifically a Jenkins MBA? We have several reasons here. One, I think we're very well known for our flexibility. This is especially key for our working professionals. And to be able to have a program where you can come in and complete it in a timeline that works for you, in a platform that works for you, whether that's in person or online or a combination, that flexibility really helps our students to be able to excel and to continue with their professional and personal lives. Our program provides a tremendous value. There's a wide variety in terms of price points for MBA programs, and we feel really confident that NC State is a reasonable tuition. We also have an innovative curriculum. When coming into the program, there are several concentrations that you can choose from, and I'll talk about those in a couple of minutes. But we feel like we offer curriculum that's really of the moment, that is relevant, that is something that you can really dive into and do something unique with as you leave the program and work on expanding your career. We offer real projects and we have partnerships with several local companies. With these projects, we have practicums that all of our students are required to complete before leaving the program, and you can do more than one if you would like to. But with the practicum, you are working as a student consultant on a project for a company, and it's really great and important way to get some hands-on experience while in the program. We also offer several dual degree programs and graduate certificates, and I'll talk about those a little bit more soon. I won't get into each of these, but I do want to say that our program, again, provides a great value, and you can see some of our recent rankings here that we're really proud of that really attest to this. NC State talks a lot about think and do, and that is part of our MBA program as well. And so this again goes back to the hands-on application in the classroom, being able to participate in student clubs. Our students have access to conferences as well. There are things like the Innovation Lab that you can participate in while a student in the program, and then opportunities to assist with research, and our faculty, of course, are heavily involved in research as well. So it's really a program where it's not just about theory, it is about doing, it's about putting it into practice. Our students have the opportunity to participate in a global experience while in the program. These have varied from year to year in terms of the location and the subject matter. This spring, for example, our students went to Paris and they were focusing on the art and science of negotiation. So they're different each year, but one thing that remains the same is our students have a fantastic time. They come back raving about the experience, having the opportunity to really bond outside of the classroom with their classmates and with their professor. And it's also a good way to accelerate your program a bit more as a working professional in particular, because you are completing a 3-credit-hour course, but it's in a condensed time frame with the bulk of the work being done while you're abroad. So highly recommend that if you're able to take advantage of that opportunity. Full-time students complete a concentration as part of their curriculum and can do so by completing 12 credit hours in one of these areas. Now, all of the areas listed on this slide are concentrations, with the exception of biosciences. For that area, we don't have a full concentration, but you can complete some coursework. Full-time students may also choose to do more than one concentration if they'd like, or complete a certificate, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. Working professional students are not required to complete a concentration, but may choose to do so or may complete a certificate. Now, which program is right for you? This is a key question. Here are a couple of the differences here, just to help you think this through a little bit. With our professional evening program, you are looking at the RTP campus, and the average work experience is about 11 years, and we have an average GPA of about a 3.6. For the online program, the location is of course online, and 8 years experience is the average for work experience, and the average GPA is about a 3.26. Now, what's common between the two programs is the length of the program. You can complete it in 21 to 72 months, either program, and the tuition is the same as long as you're doing RTP or online. Now, I will say for the evening program, we do have some classes available on the main campus, and the tuition structure is a bit different there. So if you find that you might be interested in some of those courses, or if you have a specific area that you're interested in that is only offered on the main campus, we can definitely talk with you about that and give you more details on what that tuition would look like for those particular courses. We take students in the spring and the fall for both evening and online, and it's important to remember that you can blend them. If you're an evening student, you can still take some online courses. If you're an online student, you can take evening courses. Now, whichever program you are in, whether it's evening or online, if you're an evening student, you have priority in evening classes. If you're an online student, you have priority in online classes. But as long as there's space available, students can mix and match, which is very common with our students. And again, it works in terms of the flexibility that our students need. The full-time program is a 21-month program, and it is on the main campus. Our average work experience is about 5 years for full-time students, and they typically will do an internship between the first and second year in the program. Our tuition is a little over $51,000, that's the in-state rate, and we have information about our out-of-state rates for both full-time and working professionals on our website as well. For the full-time program, we only take students in the fall each year, so keep that in mind as you're working on your application. And our average GPA, GMAT, and GRE are listed here on the slide as well. And we can certainly share other information about the class profile if you're interested. We do have more detailed information on our website. Dual degree programs. If you are thinking you would like an MBA, but maybe you would also like a degree in industrial engineering or accounting, well, we have several dual degree options in the program. Each of these has a different admission process and application process, so I won't go into all of those details right now. But if you're interested in one of these, or if there's perhaps a different master's degree that you're interested in NC State, we may be able to work with you on coming up with a custom dual degree. You can feel free to get in touch with me. My contact information will be at the end of the presentation, and we can talk about options and about the application process. We currently have 4 certificates available in finance, entrepreneurship, marketing, and supply chain. Now, the great thing about the certificates is that they're very versatile. You don't have to pursue the MBA program in order to pursue one of these certificates. You can apply just to the certificate program and complete that in 12 credit hours. But if you're in the MBA program and you do want to pursue a certificate, you can do it as part of your program. It wouldn't require any additional hours from you as long as you work with your academic advisor and get it done as part of your elective coursework or your concentration or area of emphasis coursework. And you can do potentially more than one of these if you work with your advisor. But these are really a great way to get you started. If you're not sure if you want an MBA, you can just start with a certificate and then transfer those courses into the MBA if you decide you would like to pursue that option, as long as you do it within the allowed time frame. The career aspect is really key for our students, and the Career Management Center offers so many opportunities. You have the opportunity to be individually coached by your career coach. You have access to the database of our alumni. There's a huge network of employers who are looking at our students, interested in our students, and our Career Management Center can really help you with that. They also provide opportunities through networking mixers. They will give you opportunities to work on your resume, to practice your interviewing skills. The list goes on. And one of the great things about the Career Management Center too is that you have lifelong access as an alum to the program. So if years from now, you've graduated from the MBA program and you find that you could use some assistance in your career search, you can come back and the Career Management Center is going to be there to help you. These are just a few of the companies represented by students in the program, whether those are working professionals or companies where our full-time students have gone after they've graduated. There are many more, but this gives you an idea of what your network might look like coming out of the program. Now, on to some of those numbers that I mentioned earlier. For the full-time program, we're looking at an average starting salary of about $95,000 coming out of the program, plus a signing bonus of about $10,000. So it's really important as a full-time student that you look at your salary currently and consider that against the salary of our students coming out of the program, and so that you can really take a look and figure out what your ROI will be. And we're happy to help you with that too. If you get in touch with us, we can talk you through that and figure out which program might be best for you based on salary information and also based on what it is you're looking to do and how you're looking to change your career. For our working professional students, we have information here about which areas our students have gone into, and some of them have made career switches while in the program. Certainly we encourage our working professionals to take advantage of the Career Management Center as well. We also have salary available, and we can share more details if you would like to get in touch with us and see a little bit more about what that looks like as a working professional student. Now on to the admission process. Now before I get into the checklist, I do want to mention a few things that the committee is looking for when reviewing applications. That's a very common question for us, and rightly so. The committee wants to make sure that you can be academically successful in the program. So your academics are a piece of the puzzle. They also want to take a look at fit for the program. So looking at your career goals and what you want to do and what we can offer in the program to make sure that it's a good match there, because we want you to come out of the program happy, satisfied, and ready to pursue all of your career goals and your dreams. So making sure that that makes sense is part of it. The committee is also going to be looking at your leadership potential, at your community involvement. They want to see that you have a strong commitment to diversity and inclusion, to improving your community, making the world better, making the business world better, and making sure that you have a strong team orientation. Teamwork is a key component in our program. Whether you're full-time, evening, or online, you will be working in teams for probably all of your classes. And so making sure that you're prepared for that and able to do that successfully is a piece of what the committee is looking for as well. Now on to that checklist. The online application is part of what you would be submitting for the program, and you can access that off and on as many times as you need to until you're ready to actually submit. We also have our application fee listed here for both U.S. citizens and permanent residents, as well as international applicants. And we do waive that application fee for U.S. military and veterans. We also waive it for certain events that we host. So be sure to check our website or get in touch with us, and we can let you know if we have anything coming up that would then give you an application fee waiver. We ask all of our applicants to complete a personal statement. Now, in the personal statement, this is really your opportunity to share more about yourself with the committee. You can share your short and long-term goals, why you want an MBA, and why specifically from NC State. I would recommend being as specific as you can here, because again, this is where the committee can learn more about what it is you want to do and better assess how we can help you reach those goals. Our full-time applicants also do an additional essay, and there are a few choices for that. So you can see those once you log into the application. You can see what your choices are. And then we do have some differences in the essay requirements depending on if you apply during one day to MBA or not, particularly as a full-time student. So get in touch with us and we can give you more details about one day to MBA and let you know when we're going to be holding those for the next academic year. We ask that you upload your resume as part of the application, and you really want to make sure that you have all of your work covered on the resume, and that you include all relevant dates for your employment there. Make sure you include military experience, and if you haven't already included it somewhere in your application, you're going to want to include your community involvement and any kind of awards and recognition you've received, as well as any kind of extracurriculars you were involved in while in school. So make sure that's in there if you don't have it somewhere else in the application. And the committee does look for that kind of information. Then we ask for an unofficial transcript from every college or university attended, although if you attended NC State, you don't need to submit your NC State transcript because we will pull that for you. We look for 2 letters of recommendation, and we really prefer that at least one come from a current or former supervisor. With the letters of recommendation, you do want to make sure that you give your recommenders enough time to complete the recommendation for you. And in fact, you want to ask them first. Make sure that they're willing to do it before you put their name down in your application. You want to make sure it's somebody who's available and who can write a strong recommendation for you. Someone who knows you really well in a professional or an academic setting. We ask that you not ask any friends or family members to write letters of recommendation for you. We also ask for GMAT or GRE scores as part of the application for the full-time program. We do have waivers available, so if you're interested in being considered for a waiver, you can get in touch with us and we can show you where that form is on our website. We do have it in the admissions section of the site. We don't require the GMAT or GRE for our working professional applicants. We do ask for the TOEFL or the IELTS, and we have waivers available for that as well. So again, get in touch with us. We'll go over our waiver criteria for you and see if you might qualify. And then finally, we do the admission interview, and this is done by invitation only. This is really an opportunity for a committee member to get to know you a little bit better face-to-face, assess your interpersonal skills, dive a little bit deeper into your goals, and learn more about your leadership experience, your team experience. So think back through your resume and your experience and be prepared to talk about some of those things. Think about the things you're most proud of in your career and how you have really been able to take your company to the next level, to take your team to the next level, to work together, to solve problems, to come up with innovative solutions. This is where you have to do a little bit of soul searching and digging back and really thinking this through on your own before coming into the interview so that you're best prepared to be able to answer those kinds of questions. But it should be a good experience. It's typically one-on-one. We want to get to know you better. We want it to be a positive and exciting experience for you. We have several application deadlines coming up. and you can check those out on our website. Those are updated a couple of times each year, so make sure that you're checking those. If you're not quite ready to apply yet, you're going to want to look back in a couple of months and see when the next round of application deadlines are up there. And currently we have our spring 2021 deadlines posted, as well as our fall 2021 deadlines. Now, when it comes to paying for your MBA, there are several options out there. And I already mentioned that our MBA program has a very reasonable tuition, but financial aid is still really important, and we understand that. And so we try to provide as many opportunities as possible to our incoming students. So one is graduate assistantships. We offer these to our full-time students, and you do need to apply for a graduate assistantship if you're interested. So in the application, there's a section where you can fill out your graduate assistantship essay. Go ahead and fill that out and you can be considered. With these positions, you work typically for a professor, although sometimes in the MBA program office, and in exchange for this work done each week, you get either part or all of your tuition covered. You also get health insurance and a stipend of about $3,100 a semester. So it's a really great opportunity for our students to get to have the work experience and also to have that tuition coverage. So they're highly sought after, very competitive. Definitely recommend that you apply for that. And you can always ask us questions if you want more details about what an assistantship looks like. We also offer scholarships, and those are to both full-time and working professional students, and that's a way just to try to help. There's no work associated with it. It is simply a scholarship that helps reduce your overall tuition in the program. A lot of our working professionals do have company sponsorships. So if you're not sure, you're going to want to talk with your benefits representative and learn a little bit more about what your company offers. And if you have questions or would like us to share any information about the program with your employer, we're always happy to do that too. There are loans available if you're taking at least 5 credit hours each semester. And we have a financial aid office on campus that's fantastic, and they can help you with questions about the loan process if you would like to go that route. And then finally, there are external funding sources. And we do have some listed here on this slide and listed on our website, but I would encourage you to just look around online as well, and because these things do change from year to year, and there are always new opportunities out there. So just look around a little bit, get in touch with us if you would like to talk through more options, and we can certainly share any information that we have about opportunities coming up. Questions. I know you may have some questions, so I'm going to put up some information about people that you can reach out to. So if you have questions about anything that I've spoken about in this presentation, or if questions come up for you later, please get in touch with us. We have representatives for full-time, evening, online, and certificates, as well as dual degrees, and we're happy to chat with you. We can offer phone consultations. We can also chat by email if that's better for you, or phone, and or Zoom. We'll figure it out, but we definitely would love to help you. We can also let you know about upcoming events that we have too, so that you can stay involved, and we can keep in touch with you. So thank you so much for listening, and we look forward to seeing your application very soon. And just reach out, let us know how we can help. Thanks so much, and take care and stay well.